Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're back over on the YouTube account, and in today's video we're going to be talking about something that I always get comments about when we're building out heroes and we do our YouTube shorts to really show you, where we need to build the signature item, the furniture, and the engraving. A lot of players question how or where we're going to build out the furniture, and if you're unaware, when you come to the actual Oak Inn, you have the ability to take furniture higher than a 9 of 9. I know a lot of players. Again, this is a comment that I always get over on YouTube, is you can build heroes out past a 9 of 9 furniture. And looking at the wish list right here, even looking at a hero like Zora, is at 29 of 32 furniture. So even here we have Misha at 15, Diana's at 20. You can go well above and beyond that 9 of 9 furniture, depending on the hero, depending on the specification that you want to build them out. Now, there is a very specific way to build them out as well, which I have to note, and I'm going to be sharing the guide from Rockaday and Arkman about building out these heroes. Now, when it comes to building them out, kind of above and beyond the 9 of 9 furniture, some of the heroes, and you can see there are different sized furniture. So there's large furniture, there is small furniture, and then I forget, I think this is the accessory or something like that. When it comes to building them out, you can see as max furniture right here. All of the furniture goes to a 3 level. So right here, you can see we have a +2 on the furniture. This does go in. So if you go into the furniture options, you can strengthen the furniture, and the furniture can go up to a max level or that level 3, which is max, based on the hero itself and building out the furniture. You just need to have additional pieces of the actual furniture. So when we go down here and we go to the workshop, if we summon and we get one of these heroes that are from the wish list, you go into the upgrade, and this will be duplicate furniture is what it is when you're building up the mythic furniture. So let's hop over and take a look at this guide. And I want to show you exactly kind of what we're talking about. So this is the investment guide for the duplicate priorities and the rankings. Want to show you exactly the heroes in here. And then I want to show you kind of the breakdown, because for a majority of players, if you're a free to play player, most of this is not going to apply. This is something when you're trying to min max in the Cursed Realm, the Nightmare Corridor, the Treasure Scramble, campaign formations. This is important, and it's also important to note the rank of these heroes. So even right here, starting with Zora, rank is S or S+, depending on what the hero is being used for. And you can see the top, middle, and the bottom. I believe, again, it's the large, the medium, or the large, the small, and the accessories. I forget exactly. And top, middle, bottom might be the right way, but you can see he does denote it by the little icon right here. But you can see, looking at good, very good, and good based on top, middle, and bottom. So if you're looking to min-max or build out the furniture past that 9 of 9 furniture, the middle furniture is going to be very good with Zora. And you can see it's going to grant her crit, damage, amplification, and attack. That is the reason when it comes to these heroes, there is a very specific way to build them out. For instance, looking at Lysandra right here, he is falling into the A rank, but if you are building out the top furniture or the large furniture, it is going to be bad. There is no reason to use it. Top row is irrelevant for a majority of people. And then looking at average and very good. So the way you kind of look at this is looking at the top tier. For instance, we have Envy right down here, which this middle furniture is top tier for Envy, meaning that when you're building out Envy and when you are getting furniture on him, you want to 100% focus on getting that +3 or that max furniture on that middle tier, because that is the top tier. And even looking at the other two, which are very good, all 3 sections of his furniture, the unit scales with attack as noted right there. Top row is great because it gives crit. Running him with the Thane collection is going to make a really big difference. You want crit amplification or CDA on the collection. Bottom furniture is excellent because it gives physical pierce. It's interesting to see because they literally stacked Envy with a crazy amount of damage. Then they put furniture to even make him stronger, just based on getting, all the way built up to that 36 furniture and really maxing out the furniture, because you can get an additional 9 pieces of each tier in addition to the regular 9 pieces. So I believe 36 is the max that we have on here. So looking at Alvida as a crowd control, good and good. Again, thinking of heroes in general, I would focus on the top tiers would be the first, and also focusing on these heroes that fall into that S+ tier or the S tier based on the performance. And looking at some of these, you can even see like Goran's down here, C tier, bad, bad, bad. No reason to ever go above that 9 of 9 furniture on there. This is really going to be a focus. And even looking here, as you can see, very bad, and bad. Not really a ton of useful furniture in here. But like I said, with a lot of these heroes, including the awakened version of Estrilda, which is falling into the S+, very good for the large furniture and this middle furniture. So absolutely prioritizing getting the top tier and getting the very good furniture, just kind of built above and beyond, and also paying special attention to the tiers because we do not want to build out any heroes that are falling lower down in the tier list, or we are starting to see them go down a little bit within the tier list. We want to make sure that we're focusing on and building up these meta heroes themselves. Even down here, we have the awakened version of a Thorin. Again, that S+, very good furniture. Skylin, of course, very good, very good. Even looking here with Scion, top tier with that middle furniture. Now, we know Scion has a huge part with the crit that is in there, absolutely building them out. Unfortunately, Halia, we're not seeing as much utility out of. Even looking at Valkyrie and then looking at Leviathan. Again, two of them, two very strong S+ heroes. Top tier unit within there. And then, of course, looking at here, top tier, building these out and prioritizing building these. Even looking at Marcio, good, and very good in there. Absolutely a very solid carry, as it is noted right here. And one thing to note with Marcio is she is best in slot in a lot of different formations. Absolutely a primary damage dealer. So if you're looking to build her up a little bit further, every little bit of stats that you're adding in there can make a big difference. Cutting a couple seconds off the Nightmare Corridor, but also going in there with a crit damage amplification, putting up and really raising that bar on the high end damage that she does possess makes a really big difference. So how should you build this? Top tier for all accounts. You can see right there, even going down. Very good, probably the +3 top tier. So you'd probably be looking at Envy and a couple other heroes for all accounts, which is, and again, we'll look at the tier list in just a minute, just kind of breaking it out and seeing where these heroes are falling at. Because when you start thinking about the top tier heroes, they're the ones you're going to leave into the wish list for that top tier to pick up that top tier if it is a hero that you're building out in the entirety. Now, looking at the very good, again, top tier, for most accounts, good, or even focusing more on the very good. And then these are kind of the min-max. When you start getting to the very good, when you start getting into the good, and you can see the check mark, have all the very goods pretty much built, and then going for the good or the +1, which is average, depending for the advanced accounts. Top end, whale territory and Kraken territory. Even Krakens right here are building bad and very bad furniture built on these, which are kind of crazy. And it also notes down here, you should only get duplicates if you are done with most of the 9 of 9 priorities within the heroes itself, making a really big difference in there. And the upgrade is definitely worth doing depending on the hero, depending where the relevance is into the meta, and making sure you're going to build them out. Now, again, a lot of players don't even know or have not realized that you do have the ability to build out all of these top tier heroes, and building them out, kind of going above and beyond makes a really big difference when it comes to building them out. Because like I said earlier with the wish list, there's a couple in here, especially like Rendell. We can drop out Rendell, not going to be a really big driving factor. We could even drop Laios in here to get a little bit more of the furniture. And honestly, a lot of them in here, the primary damage dealers do make a big difference when it comes to building them out. We even dropped Thane in here for the niche formation that he was in. But heroes like Scion really do make a big difference. Looking at Envy, maximizing and getting all of his furniture out of here. Again, going to be pretty broken. And a lot of these that we've had within the wish list are just heroes that were kind of parked in here. Even looking, some of these that are within here like Thane, I'm probably going to have to go through, look at the furniture wish list, really streamline exactly who we're building and how we're building them, making sure the effectiveness of this guide is going in full effect. Because again, a lot of these we're kind of in niche formations and not a ton of utility. All right, guys, so that's going to do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.